So Cheryl is a highly sought-after speaker, visual artist, seasoned entrepreneur, philanthropist, wife, mother, private pilot, and agent of change. Cheryl's high energy and amazing experiences will leave you inspired and ready to take action to create your dream business, learn how to get clarity around what you want your business model to be, and make the most money from it in the way you would like to show up in the world, get connected with your ideal customer, create a mastermind group to support your dreams, and connect with yourself to create a business that supports your lifestyle, and get confident by focusing on the possible, facing your fears, and taking massive action in your business now. Welcome.
Wow, thank you so much. And I really want to thank you for coming today, because if you didn't, then we wouldn't be able to connect. And I love the whole thing about connection. So I know you have, so you could be at probably 10 other places right now, and I just really want to thank you for being here. I want you to think about one thing, like I want you to think about one big goal you have in your life right now that you've been thinking about doing, and just pull that into your forefront of your mind. And you ladies look like sort of the movers and shakers of Victoria, and the centers of influence, and very dynamic. And so in your life, I'm sure you've set goals before. And do you regularly set goals? I don't want to assume anything, so there we go. You set goals. You know, have you regularly achieved the goals that you've set? All right, there you go. Okay, cool. Have you set a goal and not really felt that happy at the end of setting that goal? Were you kind of ever disappointed with how that felt? Okay, a little bit? Okay. Well, this might sound crazy, but I set a goal of becoming a millionaire when I was about 18 years old. And I ran after that goal like crazy. And when I reached making that first $1 million, I thought that I was going to feel happier. I kind of believed the marketing line. And I remember the day distinctly, and I felt complete flat line emotion. And I thought, wow, there's like nothing here. And I was really disappointed. And I thought, you know, maybe I needed to start with the end in mind, because I worked really hard, like to get to that point, like really hard. And part of it I didn't really like. I made a lot of sacrifices. So it made me to start to think about what do I want to feel in my life? Like, what's really important to me? And what desire do I want to create in my life day to day? Not 3 years from now, not 5 years from now, but when I'm climbing a massive mountain like Everest. But what do I want to feel every step of the way? So what I want to talk about is, what do you want to feel in your life? What do you want your life to look like? How many people here believe in synchronicity? Yeah, my people! Thank you. Oh, fantastic. I've lived my whole life my whole life work has been about synchronicity and manifestation. When I was 18 years old, I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it started me on a journey. And every year since 18, I've reread that book, and it's just a Bible. But about 2 weeks ago, I was sent an email from Danielle Laporte on the Desire Map. How many people have read the Desire Map? Amazing. I just love what she's talking about in this book, because this is something I've been really working on myself. When I say, like, what do you want to feel in your life? Here's some things. Like, I thought when I was going to get rich, I thought I was going to be more confident. I thought I'd be smarter. I thought I'd be sexier. I thought I for sure would be my ideal BMI. You know, like, I thought I had a list. Anyway, so when you're thinking about your big goal today, you know, what do you want to feel with your big goal? Do you want to be famous? You know, do you want to have more time with your kids? Do you want to be like better in bed? Like, what do you want, right? What do you want to feel? Do you want to feel connected? Do you want to feel love? Do you want to feel passion? Do you want to feel financial security? Do you want to have more time? You know, like, I just kind of wanted some more time as I got clear about what I wanted to feel in my life. But synchronicity, 2 weeks ago, I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking, what am I going to say to you? And then Danielle Laporte comes up and says, this next slide. She says, knowing how you actually want to feel is the most potent form of clarity that you can have. Generating those feelings is the most powerfully creative thing that you can do with your life. I'm now gratefully an artist today and not an investment banker. I retired from investment banking, but I now paint 6 months of the year in Whistler and 6 months of the year in Puerto Vallarta. And when I was painting this painting for a customer of mine, it was the most magical piece, and I felt so grateful and energized to be able to paint that painting. So today I'd like to talk about how we're going to get some clarity in your life, how you're going to get connected to people to support you in your big goal, and how you're going to have the confidence, because I got to tell you, when you set big goals, sometimes bigger fears come in your way. So we're going to talk about some strategies to overcome that. I really believe in the power of choice and how you think. The number one thing to get to where you want to go in your life is you need to overcome the inside of yourself. Like, we need to turn this goal setting inside out. It's not like we want to get a house, a car, and a lot of money. And because you really are thinking, well, if I get a house, I'll have a place to go and I'll feel homey and I'll have connection. It's like, okay, well, let's turn that inside out. Like with your big goal, it's like go in and say, what do you want to feel like today? And what I found when I started doing this exercise and this work is that some of the goals that I thought I wanted, I didn't want anymore. Because when I really assessed them, they weren't worth it. And they weren't going to make me get the feelings I wanted on a daily basis. So The Cosmic Kitchen is a fabulous book. And if you believe in synchronicity, which you guys told me you do, The Cosmic Kitchen is all about, like when I'm asking the universe, there's this power, like I've learned in reading Think and Grow Rich, that there's this power that comes in when you come together in a group. And if you get focused and get clear about what you want to create, you will get it in a way that is just on fire, crazy, great. So the Cosmic Kitchen is a book that I've read and reread, and it's about ordering and believing what you ask the universe to give you, it will come, right? So getting clear about what you want first is how you get there. So what I want to do today is I want to set some goals with soul. I want to set some goals that turn your soul on fire. So what I want to do, you know, this was my goal, was I wanted to become a millionaire so that I could give back, travel the world, because I really like feeling adventurous, I love feeling generous, and I love being compassionate. So that's the plane I flew over here in today, and I fly this with my husband from Whistler to Puerto Vallarta every year. And it is the hugest adventure you could ever do. It's crazy. Some days are crazier than others, let me tell you. I'm going to give you some examples of some goals that I had in my life. Like I wanted to be an artist and be creative, so because I love being creative. I wanted to move out of East Vancouver. I lived on Commercial in Kitchener when I was in grade 12 in really a bad neighborhood. I wanted to move out of East Vancouver and go to business school and become financially independent so that I could not rely on a man, actually, is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to feel all empowered as a woman. So that was like, I just wanted to rise up. Yeah, I wanted to become a stockbroker and sell investments, raise a lot of capital, get paid well, get respected, respect myself, and be creative in doing it. So I want you to set a goal that you're interested in setting, why you want to do it, and how you want to feel. So I don't know, has anyone had set a goal and then got overwhelmed by the goal? Yeah, a little bit? You're like, where do I start? How do I do this? I know, if you haven't, maybe you haven't set a big enough goal, you know, like, it's like, because sometimes you want to push yourself out of your comfort zone, right? And that's the whole idea. So in doing that, I think that's how we grow. We stretch and grow. But, you know, fears are there. You can maybe get lax self-discipline. You maybe procrastinate. You become overcautious. Maybe you lose enthusiasm. You know, maybe fear of rejection stands in your way. For me, I suffer from depression, and I have my entire life. So good old-fashioned fear of failure is, you know, and then how will I look in front of my peers? What will my parents say? You know, what will my siblings say? What will my friends say if I fail at this big dream I have and I'm all excited about it and I've told everybody I'm doing it and then it doesn't work, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, from coming from a finance background, if you're doing a high-tech business, if you haven't like failed at least once, we're not going to finance you. Like that was just the kind of, you hadn't learned enough. So failing is great. Don't be afraid of failing, welcome it. Because if you fail without learning anything and writing down what you learned in that exercise, then that's not good. You know, don't repeat what you did, write it down, get clear about the mistakes that were made, and move forward. So we need some strategies to overcome these fears. Let's see what the next slide says. We'll think about what we're going to do. Oh my God, this is my favorite one. Okay, so I was, gosh, I was 22 years old. I just graduated business school. I had total synchronicity in my life. I got out of East Vancouver, went to North Vancouver, went to Capilano Business School, and I was waitressing at the Salmon House, and I thought, how am I going to go from being a student waitress to being a business executive around a boardroom table? And I was reading Think and Grow Rich. It was about my third year, and in that book it says you need auto-suggestion. Has anyone ever done auto-suggestion before? Right on. Okay, so auto-suggestion, as you know, I listened to tapes. It wasn't CDs, it wasn't podcast, it was tapes. It was a long time ago. And every night for about 5 years, I would listen to Louise Hay share with me how amazing I was and how talented I was and how beautiful and how smart and how she just lifted me up, and she encouraged me to become confident in what I wanted to go out and do. It really helped me doing this auto-suggestion. It really improved my concentration as well. You know, so you close your eyes and you feel it. And that if you can go to sleep listening to how amazing you are and how confident you are and how capable you are and whatever it is that's dogging you. So auto-suggestion is a really good tool. And it's like you can use it for so many different things, that your mind, that you need to overcome those little nigglies in your mind that want to kind of take you down from your big goal and your big dream. The other thing that I really love is creating vision boards. How many people here do vision boards? Oh my God, you guys are totally my people. I love that. These are pictures of 10, 12 years ago. Think and Grow Rich, the book Think and Grow Rich says you need a mastermind group. You can either pay a group of people to be your mastermind group, or you can come together with people of common goals that you don't pay, and you have a group and you share. So, you know, you might meet monthly. My group, we met monthly, we talked daily, we emailed, we called. We had a weekend retreat once a year, and we talk about getting clear about what goals and what our big goals were for the year. And we talked about what feelings we wanted to create with those goals. And for our lives, we talked about our personal life, our professional life, our spiritual life, and our physical life. And we had God in the center. So those were the mastermind girls there. You know, in my mastermind group, we had 7 people. But in Think and Grow Rich, it says you just need 2 people. Where 2 people gather, a third comes. It's very powerful. So, you know, you might think, oh, I don't really have a big group. I don't know anybody. I don't want to go to meetup.com and meet strangers. I don't know, you know. So weekly contact with that person, sharing with them. I think email is interesting. I have an email gratitude group that I email every day. This is a private email group that I'm a member of, and I got to tell you, I get emails from these people when I really need, like, and I do it daily, but it comes like at like 3:03, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm feeling tired, it's the middle of the afternoon, and I need a pick-me-up, and I read these gratitude, and there is something magical about being grateful and being thankful for things, and that's where the power comes, and you can just kick fear in the ass if you're grateful. You cannot be grateful and be afraid. You cannot be grateful and be depressed. You cannot be grateful and not be enthusiastic. Like you get power from gratitude. It is incredible. You can change your thinking if you start to get grateful. And you're responsible for your own happiness and your own power. So if you think to yourself, well, my husband's not doing what he's told. My kids don't listen to me. My business is kind of hard right now. My partner's driving me crazy. Like, you have all these things that you complain about. Louise Hay told me that the more you complain, the more you'll have to complain about. So stop complaining. Just stop it. And start talking to me about what you're grateful for. Stop the worrying, stop the complaining. It does not thrive. People don't want to do business with people who are whiners and complainers. It's just not attractive. I don't know why, you know, it just doesn't work. So, masterminding. There's so much power in masterminding, and you can get the strength when you're starting to think about going down the road of complaining and whining and sniveling and feeling sorry for yourself. Phone your mastermind buddy and say, you know what, I think I'm afraid. And I think of all these reasons why I can't climb this mountain. And it's like that person is there to hold you accountable to your dream and bring it back to you. What's the next step you need to make today? Just today. We're not going to Everest in one day. We're just at base camp, right? Just one step today. What can we do? And then together you'll start brainstorming, and that third entity that will come in that mastermind group will appear, and you'll get inspired. And with that inspiration, you will climb not that one step, you'll probably do 10 steps. You know, I was 24 and I love Louise Hay. Has anybody ever read any of Louise Hay's books? Anything? Oh, isn't she fantastic? You know, she started Hay House when she was 50. 50! She was 50 years old and she started Hay House. Like, you know what? That is crazy cool. She's 86 years old and she is passing the baton on. And she sent me an email, her team sent out an email, and they said, you know, this is her last week-long workshop of how to live an exceptional life. And I thought, oh my God, she's going to Miraval. So I thought, you know what? It was Louise Hay. I had to go thank her. Like, this is the last time she's going to speak. She's 86. When's my next time, right? So I had to go back to Miraval. I'd already been there actually twice. And I got to spend a week with her, and we talked. And she said to me, she said, Cheryl, you need to go out and share this message. And so she gave me 4 pages of her personal affirmations that she does, and she wanted me to give them to you. She wanted me to come out and start doing public speaking and talk to you and give you her message of what she does. She gets up in the morning, and she starts her morning without I don't know what your thinking is, but if I don't check in with my thinking can be really dangerous. When I wake up, I'm like, oh God, what do I have to do today? Oh my God, that's too much. But with her, I have this sheet and it says, oh God, Cheryl, you're fabulous. Your body feels wonderful. I'm in bed, right? I'm feeling my body. Oh, my body feels wonderful, right? I have no mirror in sight. You know, it's like fantastic. And then she's like, oh, thank you, bed. You know, so then it's like, get up and you look in the mirror. And this is the #1 thing that she says will improve your life. And I want to ask you, how many women here actually avoid mirrors, like looking eye to eye in the mirror? How many? Do you ever just kind of avoid them? Okay, we're gonna go to a mirror together, you and me. She gave me a heart. It's in my purse, a heart-shaped mirror. And she said the most important thing that you need to do is you need to look in the mirror and tell yourself how fabulous you are and how amazing you are and how much you rock this world. And there's only one you. Nobody else is like you. No one else has had your combined experiences, and no one else can ever become again. Just you. So I'm going to give you her affirmations, which I also read, and that really kicks the fears to the curb. Like, it just helps you stay confident in yourself and connected to yourself. She often told me that she does affirmations for other people, and the key here is that I can't pray for myself to become a millionaire, but if you prayed for me to become a millionaire and I prayed for you, that's how it works, right? And when I'm thinking about somebody else, I'm not thinking about poor me either. It gets me out of myself and it gets me caring for someone else, which is really important. Louise used to say, to fix problems, you have to fix your thinking, then your problems fix themselves. Switching a little bit to getting some confidence. How many people like cold calling? Right on, I do too, right on. Okay, well, we got some work to do, ladies. To like cold calling in business, you gotta cold call. Like, it's just the way it is. You got a dream, you gotta call someone to get your dream to happen. You know, you gotta share your ideas. I put a sticker on my phone 30 years ago that said, how do you know? How do you know unless you pick up the phone? How do you know unless you ask? How do you know who they are and they can become your friend and you can be of service to them? Like, you're not some sleazy salesperson. You know, you're like wanting to be of service and you care. Like, this group is all about that. I used to put 18 paper clips in my blazer pocket, and after I made one cold call, I'd take the paper clip out and I'd put it on the other side of my pocket. And I would make 18 calls. I'd always, on average, get 3 appointments or more, and I'd always make 1 sale. And the number one thing that helped me be successful is persistence. I have this quote on my desk, and I've moved a few times, obviously, but it's now sits on my 16-year-old son's desk. You know, going to school, getting a degree doesn't help you. Being talented really doesn't matter. Being a genius doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters is persisting, is never, never, never giving up. So if you get clear about what it is you want to do, don't give up on what you want to do. Stay connected to people and talk to them about what you want to do and network and do the work. You know, like, it takes some work. One of my goals was to go to Cambodia and cycle around the country. I did that, and that picture's at the top of Angkor Wat, which is one of the most spiritual places in the world. And after riding my bike all day, these girls at the top of this monument gave me this gratitude scarf. And it was probably one of the most happiest times and thankful times of my life. So I just want to tell you that if you set your goals, you're clear about how you want to feel in your life, you've got a tribe of people around you to help you overcome the fears when they come up, you can live a rock star, fun, beautiful life. You don't have to be a multimillionaire. All you have to do is feel the feelings you want to feel today and get clear about how you want to feel. And then tell someone how you want to feel, and then be accountable to each other, and you'll live the life of your dreams. Thank you, thank you, thank you.